Welcome friends, Kartik Pandit here again on our series of Nokhi Martina Nokha Manavi, and this time we have an international figure like Khaled from Dubai, whom from Dubai now, and whom I know from Egypt for the last almost 30 years. So Khaled, welcome to our show which uncovers gems like you.
Thank you so much, Kartik, for hosting me. Thank you
Absolute
so much.
pleasure. Khalid, I must say, friends, is a remarkable individual. He's left an inedible mark on businesses, and he's got over 24 years of experience. Khalid is a unique entrepreneur spirit, strategic vision, unwavering commitment, and the big thing about him is that every few years he changes his line of activity, line of business, and always makes a success of himself. Khalid, how did you do that? We want to know, we want to go into your heart. Every business, every venture has a few failures and a few successes. In your case, there are many successes in very different and varied fields. So let's talk about how you did it and what makes you get the success that you've done. We'll talk about the two records that you have as we go along.
Sure. Thank you so much for the amazing introduction and hello, everyone. Um, Actually, one thing which I learned from my early life that um, I have to learn something new every day. And whatever I learn, I have to achieve something behind or beyond what I learned. So if you check my career, I started as an actor in the early age.
Actor.
Okay, maybe you don't
Oh,
know this.
well,
I was an
well,
actor.
okay, okay.
Okay, so of course, in order to be an actor, at the beginning I was a model, so I learned how to be a modeling, fashion modeling, and then I start to decide I will be an actor. So of course I was very famous. You know, when there is actor and actress together sitting in a cafe, and then there is behind tables full of guys who don't talk. I was this guy, and then I start to have a small roles in movies, and then all of a sudden I made a huge shift in my life. At that time, still I was studying, and then I applied for a courier company, and I became a van courier. uh, Okay, van
Yes.
driver. And then I moved. My dream was to be a sales. I couldn't make it because I made a very nice interview with a company, and then I didn't do well. So I got the job of courier. So I said, okay, let's take it. Of course, in the modeling and acting, I was getting too much money, very good money. And then I decided to be a courier, which is very low salary, but I need to start my corporate career. I moved to customer service after that, and then to customs, to quality, to engineering, to planning, and but what I discovered that when I moved, and to credit also, so when I moved from many from department to another, and I'm achieving every time something, so I built up to be a general manager because I worked in most of the departments. I got experience in working and leading these departments. So if I accumulate all this experience, I became a general manager.
True,
So when you change a lot, you learn a lot, and then when you combine all this experience together, you make something bigger.
true.
Okay.
True. So what prompted you? Was it circumstances that prompted you to change the departments, or you in your mind had decided that you want to change from function A to function B? Because you're always at crossroads in your career, in your life. So did you choose the crossroads, or did the crossroads fall your way? So basically, I'm asking, was it luck, or you sort of worked for it? Because everybody, when somebody is looking at success, maybe he's looking at luck, or maybe he's looking at hard work. So how did you choose the moves that you moved? You moved because you said you moved in various functions in the same company. I know you were in FedEx Egypt. I've known you since those days, going back to early 2000. And yes, you were a bright person, and one could always spot that brightness in you. But having said that, uh, did you choose those moves or it just happened to you?
Some and some moves I didn't choose because at the beginning I was frustrated. I need to focus on one thing and continue, you know. So one of my previous bosses, he was every time I achieved something, he moved me to another department. So uh, after a couple of years, I was frustrated. I told him, why you are killing me every time? Every time I achieve something, you move me to something else. So he told me, I can see the spark in your eyes that you will be the general manager. But in order to build you as a general manager, I need to make you move around. And every time you achieve, so when you achieve, I can give it to someone else to continue what you achieved. But I need you to have a new challenge and to achieve something new. And then after all these experiences, I got a new boss who is the amazing person in front of me who came and challenged me completely. And he told me, okay, you are in the Six Sigma career, you are in education, in consultancy. Why you don't move to be an area manager? Which was every time, by the way, I move. It's not easy. Okay, it's so difficult because I am starting from scratch again. And then when I became area manager, I found my way to be a general manager, to be a COO, to be international director of
Yeah, yeah,
operations, and so on. Yeah.
yeah. So after moving
But
from,
later on,
sorry.
but later on, it was my choice to choose to change. So at the beginning, I cannot say it's luck, but it was because the management and the organization itself. And later on, it was my choice. After like 15 years, it was my choice to do the other changes I made in my life.
Yeah. And in this, because FedEx is a people company and you became an area manager, the people skill, how much of importance has people skill played in the success that you achieved? I mean, you have achieved success, you've gone places, you've controlled 160 countries, you've done turnovers of billions of dollars, you've made profits into 100x, 4000x, whatever that number. And how much importance has people played in that, and your approach to managing people or directing people or working with people? I mean, how that has played in your growth in your career?
Since you brought on the table FedEx, FedEx is brilliant, and FedEx for me is a school. It's always investing in the employees. Okay, and number one priority and number one core value is people. Okay, to invest in people. So I learned how to be a leader. Leader is investing in your team, not to hire and fire. So during all my career, one of my main focus is to build the team, because once you build the team, how to measure your success? If you are off for 1 month and everything is moving better than when you are there. So it's all about building the team. You know, number one is not the customer. Number one is the team
Your
who
internal
will bring the
customer.
customer.
Yeah,
Exactly. The team will bring the customer, and the customer will bring the money and the income to the company. So all my career, I focus on one thing: building the team. And I'm happy to say that every team I build is now, all of them are in C levels. All of them. Okay. Because I really invest in building them. Because after that, they pay me back by building my company. Yes.
absolutely. And you got records of record of two entries in the Guinness Book World Record. Let's talk about that. What prompted you to do that? And you worked with the ruling family of Dubai, and you achieved that. One is on the CSR side, and another is on something which is something special as far as UAE is concerned. So about the let's talk about the biggest flag that you created. What was the idea? What was the thought behind doing that? And what is it that satisfies you after having done that? Of course, entry in the Guinness Book is a achievement by itself, but the thought of doing that, which nobody in the world has done it, what prompted you, and what is the message that you wanted to give after creating that biggest flag in the world?
So I have this goal, not exactly this goal, but to give back and help people since I was 7 years old. Okay, because the first 7 years of my life, my dad was very rich, and I was so spoiled. And then he started to have some troubles and problems. So I know what's the meaning of poverty. I know what's the meaning of um, hunger. Okay, and it's so bad when you feel it after being a rich guy. So I promised God that I will do something when I am in a better situation. So in 2020, of course, if you remember that it was during Corona, and everyone was in need of, there is lockdown, the layout of jobs. Most of people lost their jobs, and whoever stay in the job and work remotely, still no bonus, no extra income. So lots of people was in need of food. So I said it's the time. So immediately I start to work with the government. I got the approvals, and I start to put a plan to work with big entities to make the big flag, to make a new Guinness record. What we made is we were able to accumulate 12.5 million meals and form the first and the largest flag of a good cause, the flag of United Arab Emirates. Okay, it was not easy, but it was amazing to achieve a Guinness World Record for our beloved United Arab Emirates, and make it through the flag. So the first and the largest flag of good cause consists of
Because
12.5 million meals. And the most important, that we fed 12.5 million people who is really in need. Second world record was another 2.5 million meals, which we achieved also with the big companies and the government of Dubai. It was the fastest delivery of the highest number of delivery of meals to people in need. It was crazy. That's where I put all my operations experience there, because
yeah, the
there
FedEx
is
experience, yes.
yeah, in 3 hours, 700 trucks came in and out. Okay, it was covered by drones, the police all around, the traffic the department was securing the whole place. It was crazy, but we achieved it. Yeah.
True. So when you go to sleep every night, what is it that you wake up with? Because every time, as you said, it was not luck and you planned it. So when you go to bed, and I'm sure you must be having a good night sleep because you're working and achieving success, and well deserved, I would say. So what is it that goes in your mind? What is it that goes in your heart to get up the next day morning, to be charged, to do something new? And new, as you said, you want to give back because you had from, as you say, from rags to riches, or from riches to rags story. In your case, as you say, your father was rich and then something happened and we came back to rags. So what is it that goes in your mind or your heart when you go to bed, when you put your head on the pillow? And when you say that you want to give back, how do you get the ideas of finding ways and areas in which you think you can give back? Because there is so much to do. The issue is, where do you and how do you choose an area which will make the maximum difference to the target audience, right? So how do you get your ideas? Who gets your ideas? Is there an inspiration that you take from somebody, or is it your own ideas which manufactures in your mind, or how does it happen? And if somebody wants to do it, because a good feeling is there with everybody. It's a question of actualizing that. It's a question of manifesting that into action. And that is where the challenge comes. There is, as they say, there is always a gap between the lip and the cup. So, how do you bridge that gap? And what helps you to bridge that gap?
When I sleep every day and wake up in the morning, my I wake up because of two reasons, two things I have to achieve in my life: to help people, especially the hunger and the orphans, and second is to help the capable people to grow in their life. Okay, that's why I have education center as well, to help people grow. Okay, mentally and health wise. So the idea is always it takes time. It's not easy because if you have normal idea, the normal idea will be normal idea. So you need to have something very special and very unique, and someone will attract everyone. So it usually takes time. Like the first idea, I made it. I made the idea, the initial idea, and then it grows in 6 months to formulate the Guinness World Record and biggest flag and this stuff. So it was not from the first day the final idea, but I got the first seed, okay, to start. So ideas always I'm trying to find, and it build up while we are moving on.
Yeah. So I'm sure every success has a bit of failure behind it, because there is no success without failure. In fact, they say success is something in between two failures, and many people have said that. So in your case also, you must have had failures, I'm sure. Other than success, we all know about your success, but there would be failures. So how do you handle that failure, and how do you expect people to handle that failure? Can you, if you can share some example of where you failed and you came out of it, and what and how you came out of it, and why you came out of, more important is why you came out of it, is because, as I said, between two failures there will be one success, or something like that.
You are so optimistic. Between every two failures, one success. It's much more than this. Look, my formula and my life, because I I I spent long time of my life. My failures was very small failures, and then I start to have huge failures in my life, which really breaks me. Okay, one of them that after like 16 years of savings, all my career, I lost all my money, zero. I reached zero in my bank account because of wrong investment. So what I realized in life, that failure is part of the success, part of your experience, part of your learning, and the way to your success and the way to your achievements is not paved. There is lots of obstacles. So the failure pave your way. The only thing that you have to accept it and embrace it and learn from it, because if we say 1 million people failed, which is normal, everyone failed. From the 1 million, only one person will stand up and say, "It's mine. I am gonna achieve it, no matter what," and will take the failure as a great push to success. Okay, that's why you will find in real life, from every 1 million, there is one person only successful. Because of that,
Yeah.
he don't sit back and cry. He said, "No, I will stand up again, and I will have more energy than before. Now I failed once." So the 1,000 rules of failure. Some of the sales are using this formula, that I join new company as a sales. I want to start. So the first customer I go to, I fail. So I go back home and write on the wall 1,000/999. Second day I go to 10 customers. I failed. Okay, 9, 8, 9, and so on. If you reach 0, you will be the best sales on the whole planet, and you will never reach 0. Why? Because the first time I got rejected because I didn't say 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next time, there is another challenge. I didn't know about this. This rejection, I didn't know. So by the time you reach 100 rejections, you're already almost 99% ready for any rejections, and you can handle any customer.
True.
But how you are
True.
counting it? By failures, by rejections.
True.
Okay.
True.
So rejections are building you. So
True.
accept it and embrace it and learn from it. And believe me, after the failure, you will have, even if you have 10 failures, 20 failures, 50 failures, 100 failures, but next will be success, 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 continuous.
And you are an example of that. So let me ask you, let me go into your mind, let me take you back about 25, 26 years back when you were a good actor, as you said, and you were a van driver. So when you were driving the van and delivering shipments for FedEx, what was going on in your mind? I mean, in the sense, because a courier's job is so many pickups, so many strike rates, so many deliveries, so many airway bills, is number driven. What was going on in your mind that you wanted to reach where? Were you looking at the MD seat in the office because that is the highest position there in the company, or were you looking at the president of Egypt, which is the highest position in the country? What was it driving you when you were a young boy, because you would have been a young person at that age, and what drives you now? Over the years, has it changed? Because obviously there is something ingrained in you which you must have inherited from your parents, that you are optimistic and you're hardworking and that you are sincere, you want to give back. All these are qualities which you inherit, but something which you polish. So what was that polishing part that was there when you were a young person, and what is it now? Your scale has changed. From Cairo, it has become world now. But what was in your mind then?
It's a very deep question. I just want to correct one thing. I was not so successful in the acting. I was starting my career. Okay, I don't want to lie. So I was starting my career in
No, but
acting. Okay.
you were successful in your mind. You liked acting and
Yes.
you were
Yes.
enjoying it. Okay, so that's okay. Success is a relative term. So let's not. Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So back to your question, which is very deep question and very important. When I was started as a courier, of course, I'm clueless where I am going next. My biggest dream is to be a senior courier, but something I start to learn when I was, from my second month working as a courier, that if I want to grow, as you said, managing director, it's very far because all the layers in between, they also dream to be there. So how I can
Inc-
go
Incidentally,
back?
17,
Yeah,
incidentally, 17 positions in between. Since we were in the same
exactly, exactly.
organization, I remember the number.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. How to jump 17 times. So what I start to build in myself, that every meetings, every discussions, every argument, every time the manager or the senior or the MD or the general manager is talking, I need to listen to them carefully. How they are talking, how they are addressing the issues, how they are motivating us, how they are hammering us, how, and then everything they are doing, I will start to play it again in my mind and say, what if Khaled in the same position, what he will do? Second, what he did wrong from my point of view, and what I can do better. Number three, maybe it's not a mistake, but he want to deliver indirectly another message, which I have to also learn from them how they are doing it, because he cannot do lots of mistakes and he is successful. So there is something behind. So I start to, every day I go back home before I sleep. I spend 2 3 hours recalling all what happened, exactly the words he said, and what if I am in his place, what to do. And then I start to build myself that when I am in their position, I have to be better than them,
That's a
and
big
I have
one.
to be myself.
That's a big
Yeah.
one. That's a big one. Yes.
Mm,
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah.
mm.
Sorry, I
Next point.
interjected. Yeah.
Mm, yeah, yeah. Next point is, if I want to to move from here to here, I cannot jump. We need steps. Okay, these steps. If I draw it back, what qualifications I need to reach here? Self improvements, trainings, experience, relationships. I need to build this. Okay. Last but not least, tomorrow I got lucky and I got the position. I am ready for it. I feel I deserve it. But do I really earn it, or by luck? Because if by luck,
It will not
after one
last.
month, 2 months, I will be fired.
It will not
So
last.
I
Yes.
need to be ready for it.
True. Very true. So, friends, Khalid, it was absolutely amazing to talk to you. More so because, as I said, I happen to have seen the spark in you maybe 25 years back, 27 years back, and you have lived up to that. From my point of view, it's a satisfaction that I have. But having said that, we have learned quite a few things here. To wrap up very quickly, friends, here is a story of a person who started as a small time actor, as he corrected himself, and then he became a courier. And from courier, he is now a leading person who's left an inedible mark in UAE. He's achieved 2 Guinness records for himself. He's got philanthropy helping him. He's got so many ideas. He's learning every day. He's very sensitive. He wants to learn and unlearn. And he believes that success is in between failures. But successes are more than his failure. He doesn't give credit to his luck. He gives credit to the hard work and the mindset that he has. All these are very important points, friends. Should you want to be successful like Khalid has over the years, starting from a humble job like a courier in a known company and landing to be an internationally known figure, having done sales of billions of dollars, profits, so many multiple success businesses. This is of help to you. Look forward to see you soon. And in the meantime, thank you, Khalid, for a very, very interesting and a deep, thought-provoking podcast that we had today. Would you want to say something in the closing, Khalid?
In the closing, I would just want to thank you and everyone watching now, and I want to tell everyone that, Mr. Kartik, thank you so much for all the journey together when we were working together, and even the legacy you left behind. And I will never forget the challenge you challenged me, which changed all my life to a better future. So thank you so much for all what you did to me, with me, and also thanks for all the amazing message you are sending to all your audience. It's amazing. I love the name, by the way, Uncover Gems, and I love your show, and I'm watching it. And I wish to see you very soon again. Thank you so much.
I assure you, Khalid, that the diamond is in you. And the diamond always shines on its own. It doesn't require any third party to. Only the light has to fall, and the diamond shines. So you are a real diamond. Thank you for coming on this
Thank
show.
you so
Pleasure,
much.
absolutely mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.